This is the part of investing that most people get wrong. So if you don't want to be caught out, make sure you watch to the end. Asset allocation. It doesn't sound exciting, and it's not, but it's incredibly important to make sure that your portfolio succeeds over the long term. Asset allocation literally means the amount or percentage of your investment portfolio that you put into each asset. And when I say assets, I mean types of investment. For example, stocks, which is sometimes called equities, bonds, which is when you lend, say, a government money in return for a fixed income, cash, property, cryptocurrencies, and gold. Think of these all in separate pots, and you need to decide how much of your total portfolio you want to allocate to each pot. For example, I allocate nothing into crypto because I don't really believe in it as a type of investment, as it's not based on any tangible asset, nothing into bonds as I'm in the kind of growth phase of my investment journey, 20% into gold and silver, 50% into stocks, equities, and 30% into cash. By these amounts, ask away in the comments. Now, there are various well-known approaches to asset allocation, and I'm going to talk about just two of them, the 60-40 approach and the Harry Brown or permanent portfolio. The 60-40 approach is 60% equities and 40% fixed income bonds. This has been the default balanced portfolio for decades. Why? Well, you capture most of the equities risk whilst benefiting from the more secure fixed income from bonds. There is also a psychological benefit to this type of portfolio, as investors are far less likely to panic sell during equity bear markets, as almost half of their portfolio is backed up by fixed income bonds. The 60-40 portfolio tends to perform well over entire market cycles, think decades rather than 5 years. Then we have the Harry Brown or permanent portfolio, which allocates 25% into stocks, bonds, cash, and gold. The great thing about this structure is it tends to perform in any type of economic environment. This is due to its exposure to both bonds and gold, which both tend to outperform in equity bear markets. Of course, there are different approaches, but what's important is that you have a strategy towards asset allocation, as you never want to be overexposed to just one type of asset. When I asked AI to compare the two, this is what it came up with. Researching this video has got me thinking. I currently don't have any exposure to bonds at the moment, but maybe I should. What's your approach to asset allocation? Let me know in the comments.